Hey everybody, welcome back to the Doggone Positive Way. My name's Maria. I am your dog trainer and the host of this podcast. The Doggone Positive Way is going to dive into more body language. And I've got this little poster up here. I got it off of walmart.com. And if you notice, this dog has pointed ears and really a little nub of a tail. Very hard to read body language. I want you to be aware of that. Pointy ears or cropped ears and no tail. Okay, here we go. They're getting a little closer and they play so much outside of the crate and inside the crate. I've got to get some good footage of it, but I just wanted to show you some pictures of them in action where they are just hanging out or playing. And this is out on the porch. They've been playing for a while. They kind of play as one little unit. Here is our baby girl Love, and this is the horrible haircut she got from me. I always tell people when they would come into my shop, like, no, do you groom Maria? Nope. And you really don't want me to groom your dog? And here's proof that nobody wants me to groom their dog. No way. And here we go with some body language. See that cat back there? That cat is just hanging out, and he is a Maine Coon, so he is huge. Okay, he's got his gentle leader on, and he still plays really well. However, he is a little more distracted in the beginning. You're going to see later on some footage of him doing that. But I'm just going to talk about body language in general. You guys can watch them play and listen to me if you want, or you can just mute me and you can watch the body language, because that is actually the best way to watch a dog video when you're looking at body language. Even if it's your own dog, you can take video of them, or if they're playing with another dog, whether it's in your household or maybe out in the neighborhood, that type of thing. There's that cat again, just hanging out, just chilling. He's about, I think, 20 pounds, I think the dude said. Anyway, so what I want you guys to start doing is turning that volume down. Take some footage of your dogs and watch them. Just watch them. Even if they don't have tails and, going on. Now, they're both in the crate, okay? I get that. This is a really good shot of them. But she's like, really? Why does he have to be in here with me? And he's tired. But when we first started, I was talking about that poster with a dog that has cropped ears and a cropped tail. Those dogs that have their ears cropped and their tails docked are really hard to read, because maybe you can't even see the tail if you're at a distance. And if the docking was really, really, short, it's kind of hard to see that little nub moving. So that's a problem there. Also, with the ears tell us a lot. And as you've been watching these videos with me showing you and talking about Tony and his body language and her body language and where the tail is and what the ears are telling us and the mouth, etc. But specifically the ears and the tail. When you have cropped and docked body parts on your animal, you've got a really difficult time reading what they're telling us. I mean, we've been talking about that, and that is an information highway. That tail tells us so much. Is it up high? Is it down low? If it's down low, is it wagging? How low is it wagging? Are they fearful? And it's a low, slow wag. Is it between their legs? Can you even see it? Are they so scared it's tucked in between their legs and it is touching their belly? You know, I've seen that so many times in different situations over the years. And even with Love, when we first met her, her tail was gone. It wasn't, if I remember correctly, the tip was not touching her belly. But when we first got Tony and we were bringing him out and trying to deal with maybe getting him used to somebody else giving him a bath or trimming his nails, that was like, oh my God, his tail disappeared and he urinated. And urination also is another form of communication, whether it is marking, over marking, where they'll pee on another dog that has peed or pooped, how high they lift their leg. Also, is it fearful? Is there, like with Tony, a tucked tail and a urination, a little bit of urination? Are they really happy and excited and they are wagging their tail and they're just like, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you, but I'm a puppy, don't hurt me? These are communications, right? Look, I'm going to pee. Here's my puppy license, okay? Let me just show you my puppy license. So, all body language communication, very little vocalization going on in those types of situations, especially when you're dealing with a fearful dog and somebody who's like a dog that's just kind of like, I'm not too sure. I'm really young and I'm not too sure about you. And that's really awesome that they do that because they let the other dog or the human, even though most people we're just don't know how to read body language. I love reading body language. This is what I do. This is fascinating to me. I can just watch this stuff all day long. I never get bored of it. It's really exciting. But anyway, getting back to the tail set, if the tail is really high and it's curved over, okay, remember the tip of the tail touching any part of the body. It could be uh, when they're fearful, like I said, and it's touching their belly, or when they're super happy and they're wagging and it's hitting either side of their belly, or if they're highly aroused uh, and in an aggressive state, and the tip of their tail would actually be touching their back. Okay, so that's a lot of language going on with our dogs. Oh, we're barking. We're barking at what are we barking at? Oh, it's trash day. Yes, we have recycling and we have trash getting picked up. But anyway, so I really I really hate the docking of a tail. I really do. I have to tell you. And the cropping of ears. It is I think we're just really, some of us are really into specific looks. And if we crop and dock, it is looked at as, your dog is tough, you're tough. And a lot of times people are like, oh, it's such a macho thing. But women do it also. And also sometimes breeders are like, this is what you do. And if it's in a show ring, that's what they want. However, if you look at other countries, England and a couple other countries, Germany, they don't crop and dock. In fact, it's illegal in some countries. So, because it's considered a mutilation. Now, don't jump all over me. I'm just saying, I don't like it, and I would never do it. If I had a dog that, say, it was Dobie or something, I would never crop or dock a tail on them because they don't need to. And I don't need my dog to look vicious. If my dog is going to protect me, they're going to look vicious. They're going to look like, oh my God, we're getting scared here of this dog who maybe has a full tail and ears, but they're like growling at me. So I don't need them to be physically altered and mutilated in order to have my dog protect me or look mean. I don't need to do that. That's just such a human thing. Anyway, look at this. He's got his gentle leader on. I wanted to talk about this. I have his gentle leader on and collar. Just so he acts differently with his gentle leader on. He is a little bit more like chill, even though it doesn't look like it here. But he is not behaving in the same way when he plays with her without the gentle leader on. And it kind of gives her the upper paw, so to speak, right? Um, and I kind of like it because I want her to feel confident also. This is not all about Tony and him getting socialization. She did just bump him and flip his ass over. But Tony is also very kind of flippy floppy, and his hind end, I think I talked to you guys about this way back when we first got him, is a little on the weaker side. However, with all of the running, jumping, and playing, he is building nice muscle, which I love because I was so concerned. He does have some issues with his hind end, but look at her go. She is so much faster than he is. All of her body language, that quick spin around. He's like, whoa, where are you going, girl? But it is amazing to watch. And this is what every dog needs. Every dog needs some kind of playmate that can provide them with, you know, this kind of appropriate play. So see, he's laying down, he's on his back. Um, he's also trying to get his nose loop off, and he's using her as a way of getting it off. So he's rubbing again, and he still has it on here. I have a lot of little clips, perhaps some duplicates, but that's okay. We don't mind duplicates. But anyway, let's get to the ears. I kind of talked about the tail set and what it looks like. Now the ears, if they're cropped, they're pretty much always sticking up straight, pointed, right? And some dogs are born this way, like German Shepherds. Some need a little help with them standing up. But or chows. Chows are so hard to read, or Shiba Inus, because they are born with a set of pointy ears and a curled tail. So it is difficult to read, right? Oh, you know what else I wanted to say, speaking of those dogs and curled tails? Whether it's a curled tail or no tail or whatever, it really, if they have a tail, it's obviously easier to read this part. But a lot of people are like, hey, the dog's wagging his tail. It's fine. He's barking, looks happy, wagging the tail. Everybody thinks wagging the tail. This is a miracle, you guys. I just want to stop for a second right now. Look at this. They are in love with each other. She crawled in after him. I love this. This is amazing. Anyway, that tail that is already curled is very hard to read a dog with that tail set, okay? And also with the ears pointed like that. So I love this. I had to stop and do this. That's why I'm so late and editing and everything, but their relationship has evolved. I love watching them. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series of the Doggone Positive Way and body language. There's so much more to cover. But I just want you to know that I really appreciate you guys listening to me and tuning in every week and giving me some feedback and asking me all the questions. I love that. So thank you so much. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I always forget to mention it at the beginning, but I'm trying to get better at trying to remind myself of that. But this is a picture of a puppy cup from Dunkin' Donuts. Now, I complained before that Dunkin' Donuts actually charges $1.30 for their puppy cups, and it was like a little baby, like nothing, right? So we go to Starbucks a lot, especially after class, because it's like right there. And it was like, it was really crowded. So, okay, let's just go to Dunkin'. We went to Dunkin', and this is the size puppy cup that we got. It is like, I think it's like almost like a 6 ounce cup or maybe an 8 ounce cup, but we split it between the two puppies. But anyway, I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to enrich your puppy, stuff a Kong, go wherever and get them a puppy cup. Just make sure you're treating them right and you're reinforcing the good behavior. And I just want you to always think of things from their perspective and take a little time and step back and just watch your dog a little bit. See what's happening. Send me the videos also. I love watching videos of dogs playing or even just by themselves or interacting with humans. So, yeah, definitely. All right, you guys, thank you for tuning in and have a doggone positive day.